Do it again because I didn't have my camera turned on, but now I have my camera turned. Oh, psychedelic. Oh, if my friend was watching this, he'd really... He'd be tripping right now. Oh, psychedelic. Okay. There's aspects of it that I don't believe. Like, I don't say this on the shows when I'm interviewing them, and I don't say it that much because I'm starting to interview more of them, but I'll say it right here on this show with you. I do not believe that human beings are getting on spaceships and going to Mars. I don't believe that at all.
Yeah.
And
no, neither do I.
These very same people that are talking about this, and I've also had a Tony Rodriguez, who's a real big star. I've had him on the show too, this last December. They all will admit that they have false memories implanted in them too. They all will admit to having false memories, but yet this deal about getting on a spaceship. Have you heard of the concept of 20 and back?
Yeah.
The time regression deal.
Saying,
it's like they turn you into a slave, and they go make you work on Mars for 20 years, and then they time regress you.
To me, it just makes it convenient for people who get off on telling fib after fib after fib to just feed people malarkey and like fucking watch them gobble it up.
Right, but
it's
okay,
fucking sick.
Yeah, but what would be the purpose of this? I mean, sure, we know that there's people like that, and if I didn't have any morals, I would probably even be a person like that because I like to the idea of trying to become a celebrity and stuff like this, or a quasi-celebrity.
I think the same thing, though, man.
But
we're both intelligent to do. We know enough about this shit to do that if we wanted to.
But there may be another purpose, and this is what Tara. I've had her on my show, and this is what she thinks. Because a lot of times these people
I'd like to know.
They're having sex.
I know a lot of these people.
Yeah, the idea that they're having sex with aliens. Okay, in these brothels and stuff like that. Well, what Tara thinks it is these are implanted memories to cover up the fact that they really are being sexually abused and used in sexual rituals and stuff like that, but by humans. But it makes their mind rest easier if they think they're doing it with aliens or some shit, or think they're being, or even if they're traumatized by it, it still makes them sound crazy to the rest of the world. And so it totally covers up the fact that they really are being ritually sexually abused in other arenas or in reality. What do you think about that idea?
I think it's all possible.
Yeah. I mean, I do too. What I do not think is possible, and I hope not too many people watch this because, I still want to do some more super soldier interviews. I just don't believe people are getting in spaceships and going to Mars. I don't believe that.
Yeah, they're not.
No, they're not. They're not. And you don't believe it.
I just know they're
not. I
don't
believe it. I do too. And Seth Boza, who we've had on the show, he doesn't believe that. Tara Allgood doesn't believe that. I did a show with Tara and her husband about that very subject of, exposing the secret space program stuff.
Yeah,
but,
good.
But I want to have an open forum here, and so I do interview some of these people, and when I'm interviewing them, I talk about it as if it's. I just don't give my opinion, but I just hear their narrative, and their story, and I relate that, and I ask questions about it.
Yeah.
But not like in an adversarial way, like prove this, prove that. I just.
Well, certainly, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
That's legit, man. I mean, that's all you can do. I don't know. I'm interested to hear some of these things, but I don't believe most of it.
Me neither. What interests me is the powers that be that are behind it and the agenda that they're pushing, why they'd want to push these people to the forefront with these implanted memories. That's what interests me.
Well, it makes, because you're getting that from the end of the people that are saying they're having implanted memories. So, like, How do you know memories are implanted, or yeah, I don't know.
Which ones
It's,
are and
there's
which ones
no.
aren't, right?
It's such murky territory, even like ontologically speaking. You know, like how are you gonna?
But
There's no way to validate, verify,
that's
or
absolutely right. And here's another thing.
it's something that can't be misproven. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah.
But
I'm not speaking as
it's
well as
all
I'd
by
like, but
design. Is it by accident or is it by design? And once again, I say it's by design because what it does is it gives anybody that listens to that stuff, unless they really got their heads screwed on straight, like you and me, if they even believe it a little bit, it warps reality to where they don't even know what's real and what's not real. And wouldn't the powers that be like to have us all where we didn't even know what the fuck was real?
yeah.
I mean,
Well, I think that's happening.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think it's.
definite agenda.
And I think but I noticed that even more like your average person is just in a massive spell. Like you don't even have to find the outliers in the fringe, dwellers. As a target group, because the masses are completely subjectified.
It's become mainstream. Mind control is now mainstream.
It's insane. Like this young lady today telling me I've never had a wing with bone in.
What's she gonna do when the apocalypse happens, or if there's a fake apocalypse, they want us to think it's the apocalypse and they engineer a big social destruction. What's she gonna do?
My thing is, dude, what's anybody gonna do if they're anywhere near a whole bunch of other people? You're gonna end up in a big mess, dude. It's gonna be a zoo.
Well, it is.
It's gonna be a zoo, and the fucking cages are all open.
That's true, but here's another thing that's going to happen because even the controllers aren't going to be able to control that totally. And so what's going to happen? It's very easy to see. Warlords are going to rise up. Warlords, real bona fide warlords, is otherwise known as strongmen. And unfortunately, one of my potential or possible futures is that I will be one of these people. Just to survive. Just to survive. You know what I mean?
You've been gazing into that crystal ball, haven't you?
No, I've known this since I was a very small child. I had
it's one of those.
Yeah, I had a.
Sorry, tell me.
I had like a download or something like that when I was probably like 5 or 6 years old, and there's even the concepts. And I've had these convictions my entire life that my life was going to be in 4 phases. And the first one was going to be prison. And the second one was going to be a gang, which I thought was going to be a motorcycle gang, but it ended up being a different type of gang, like a prison gang. And then the third one was I thought I was going to become a rock star, and that was really just basically about becoming famous. And that's kind of what I'm in that's what the stage I'm in right now is.
You are a rock star.
Yeah. And then the fourth one is I saw myself as a world leader. And these are not just ideas. These are convictions that I've had, and they've never been.
Yeah, you've told me this.
That's not. Most people don't have that type of mission.
You saw it when you were young, when you were very little.
Yeah, and the conviction has never gone away. I mean, it's a surety in my mind. I mean, I've only recently been able to talk about it because saying shit like that, even 10 or 20 years ago, could get you put in an insane asylum. But now, with anything goes, with the whole world turned upside on its head, hell, you can believe anything, and they won't, lock you up.
Wow, it's crazy, man.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, we're blessed to not be locked up for thinking what we may think and saying what we may say. What a beautiful situation here in America, man. We can be who we are and think how we want and.
But it wasn't. But especially right now, because it's what they call in the occult world. And I'm sure you know this, or like even the Masons have a name for it. It's like the revelation of the hierarchy, meaning the revelation of the angelic hierarchies, or the revelation of the method.
Yeah.
See, they're revealing the method to everyone right now, and most people are just ignoring it. And there's some people are real worried about it, like people in the truther community, but they're doing the wrong things about it to doubt it, because that is the ultimate dodge, is the revelation of the method or the revelation of the hierarchy, because it still keeps you focused on outside shit when really the war is within. The conflict is within the human being itself, and that's what they don't want us to focus on.
Yes.
They'll throw their own people under the bus. They'll expose pedophilia and shit like that. Anything. They'll do anything to keep you from looking at the conflict within. Because that's where the real battle is.
Wow, man. Yeah, it's beautiful.
So, but it doesn't matter what insights we have. We have to go with the general flow of humanity. I mean, we're affected by the people around us. So we're, back in the Templar days or whatever, they drew a line in the sand. You had to either be Islamist or Christian. And they're still kind of trying to do that. But what I think the big thing in the future, it's going to be a war of beliefs. You're going to have to say, there's going to be some paradigms like I believe this or I believe that, and they're going to hold a gun to everybody's head, and depending on what you say you believe is whether they put you over here or put you over there. But as that's happening, there's going to be a third group. And that's the group that I'm in, that I don't believe either one of those things. And we're going to be even hated more. The people that don't refuse to take a side will be hated more than the people that take a side. That'll be the ultimate gypsies, Jews, whatever you want to call it. The people that are discriminated against is the people that say, no, I'm not buying into this narrative. I don't have to choose sides. We'll be the first one. We'll be the first ones they want to round up and get rid of.
Yeah, you think?
For sure, yeah, for sure. But unless we sell out and support one side or the other, like the Anunnaki is a great example. Are we going to, I'm not saying the Anunnaki is not real, but the Anunnaki narrative, as it's given to us, they're wanting to accept that lock, stock, and barrel. The humanity was created by these off-planet gods that came here and they needed a slave race to make gold and all this shit. Well, there might actually be quite a bit of truth to that. But it's an agenda. It's an agenda that they're wanting.
You cut out.
It's an agenda. Yeah. And there's even a religion behind it, and that's Scientology. And Scientology.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I used to think that Thelema, the religion that I'm involved in, was the New World religion. It was going to be the New World religion, and I was wrong. It's Scientology is the New World religion.
Well, I see it as, and science. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. It's
because
Sitchinism.
Yes, it's Sitchinism and Masonry or whatever. Have you heard of this group of people called the Free Zoners?
Free zoners?
Free Zoners. F-R-E-E. Free, like you're free, like a freed slave. A Free Zoner.
Yeah, maybe not.
Well, you've heard of this conspiracy theory guy, Freeman Fly?
Oh yeah. Okay, Free Zoners. Sure. Yeah.
Well, see, he named his show the Free Zone. Well, that's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. Exactly.
Yeah.
A free zoner is someone who adheres to the laws and beliefs of Scientology, but is not associated with the Church of Scientology in any way. And Josh Reeves has discovered all our fucking leaders are in this shit. Trump. Even Farrakhan, the leader of the Nation of Islam, that black guy that hates white people, he's part of it. The Moonies. Now, the CIA has taken over the Nation of Islam. Those, Fight the Man and all that stuff, that's controlled by the CIA now. And so is Scientology. That's why they're getting rid of Miscavige, and they're going to put Tom Cruise as the head guy. The head side. He's going to be the new,
The new Miscavige.
Yeah.
Cruise is an interesting guy.
He is.
He
had been into Scientology, and it kind of cost him his marriage with that girl, that actress, and then he got out of it. But then he got back into it.
She got out of it.
Well, he did too, but then he got back into it. They pulled him back in. Now Travolta was always in. He was faithful from the very beginning.
What an interesting bunch. Yeah.
And see, we're led to believe, almost everybody believes that Scientologists oh, it's really controlling, it's a cult, and everything like that. Well, that's very true. But they think it's just a bunch of crazy people, and it's not. What one of their main services that Scientology offers to any country in the world that'll pay for it is remote influencing and remote psychic assassinations.
Really?
Yeah, if you got enough money.
Refat style.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's going on. They've got psychics trained, and what's interesting about it is the Scientology is really, in a lot of ways, it's a ripoff of Thelema. You know,
yeah, or your Golden Dawn.
Yeah, exactly. Or
fashion, even.
One of these hermetic orders, you know, the type of science that they were using. And that's what Refat says, you know, they've been using this shit all along, but it hasn't been refined. It's been hit and miss. You know what I mean? It works, but only like 10% of the time or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until he refined it into a science, supposedly. I'll tell you what, if it's not true what Tim Refat is saying, then he is the world's best con man, the best con man that ever lived. Because there's a lot a lot of smart people are believing him. But it makes sense.
I don't know if, yeah, dude, the difference in him over a video I watched of him about 30 years ago, right? You see that old appearance on that show, the guys sitting at the table talking about conspiracies?
You sent me that, and I watched it when you sent it to me.
Did I? Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, the contrast is interesting, too.
What are you talking about, his physical appearance or the way he acts?
Now, he's maybe the way he acts, he's just straight out and outspoken about his position in it all, I guess, maybe. But it seems like maybe just something that comes with age or something, too.
Well, or being a targeted individual for 20 years and having the MI6 try to kill you for 20 years and poison you multiple times and put all radiation on you and all that shit.
Yeah.
Tear up your house, you know, where he had that big metal box. So, yeah, he's a very bitter guy, but he's playing it like he's winning. And he seems, you know, he's showing some pretty good indicators that he is, or that he's saying that they leave him alone now because he finally fucked them up enough to where they said, fuck it, we can't fuck with this guy. You know what I mean? He's claiming that he's already killed Rothschilds and he's fucked up some of their other shit, you know?
Yeah. What he's saying is interesting.
It really is, but I don't know if you know this, but he's taken a turn recently and kind of gone away from that. Not like he's not believing it or backing those statements up anymore. And it was really Duncan Davis, the grid keeper, who I communicated with today.
Duncan, yeah.
He sent me a message today. And so,
nice.
but I'm of course never spoken with Tim Refat, but Duncan and some others had been trying to influence Tim or convince him to take a softer stance. And he's really taken their advice. And what he's done is his videos are no longer about killing the Rothschilds. They're about health, anti-aging, health, and beauty. You know, he's almost like he's in the cosmetic industry now. You know, and so he talks about staying young and all this, you know, positive aspect. But then he'll throw in a few, this is how I killed the Rothschilds or whatever. You know, he still puts it in there, but it's not packaged as that message anymore. It's now packaged as anti-aging and health and beauty and stuff, which is kind of bizarre, really.
Yeah, it's all very bizarre, dude.
I mean, is it assassination or is it cosmetics? I mean, what's the deal, man?
It's like Fight Club and soap, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what it's about. Hey, I got to take
Paper
a leak.
Street.
I got to take
Me
a leak.
too, dude. Me too. Yeah. Get it.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to put up on the screen right now. It looks like Bobby Bang Bang is taking a break. And I'm going to put some
welcome to Slinky Dog Dance.
Images that I was showing him earlier, the Lucha Libre and the me in my ceremonial garb. And also Haley Redmond, the new co-host of my show.
Welcome.
Monthly payment program for Florida residents requires down payment of $125 upon purchase and 12 monthly payments. Lockout dates apply. Proof of Florida residency required.
Fix my camera.
Right.
Riders in the sky.
Is that your neuro device?
Yeah. That's one of the configurations you can use right there. That's one of the configurations you can use right there. You put these two electrodes under your nose like that. You know, and then I've got another set of electrodes right here that came with it, and these adapters that are on top of it.
Yeah.
And what it does, hey, could you kill that for a second?
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. And I got this booklet here for it, but dude, these things, I'm not going to tell you how much they are. If the guests want to know how much they are, you just go online and look. It's shameful. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but I mean they're fucking expensive as hell. But what it is these, and he didn't know how it worked. He had this invention for decades, and some other scientist figured out how it works. And what it is cetaceans, which are your dolphins, your porpoises, and your whales. These are the mammals that, you know, swim around in the ocean, but they don't look like dogs. They don't look like otters or seals or anything like that. They're the cetaceans. They have stuff in their skull that it lets them do sonar, so they can do their echolocation and everything. Well, they have discovered, I think just within the last 30 years or so, that human beings have this exact same thing, except it's atrophied in our body. It's not being used for anything, and it's down here kind of below your ears, but it's in your skull, and they're called saccules. S-A-C-C-U-L-E, saccule. The plural would be saccules. And they say they're useless, but then again, they also say they're associated with balance. So, I mean, that's not useless. You need balance, you know. I've got a friend whose wife is maybe having some type of inner ear infection or something like that, but it causes intense vertigo in her body. Like she can just be laying there in bed and thinking she's just tumbling end over end. I mean, just trying to hold on to stuff. You know, it's because some other organs in her inner ear, or maybe these saccules, or both of them are malfunctioning or something.
Yes.
But anyway, what this allows the dolphins and whales to do is to hear through their skin. So they have ears, but they can also hear through their skin. Well, that's what this thing does. It allows you to literally to hear through your skin, and that's why you put these electrodes on your skin, because it goes through your skin, and then it goes into these saccules. And then here's the kicker. It's done at frequencies that are below your hearing. So you're not hearing it. It's going straight into your subconscious. So you're not consciously hearing any of this. It's all subconscious, and you can put in lessons for Spanish. Or one of Patrick Flanagan's workers married a Hungarian lady, and he put in lessons for Hungarian and attached to stuff, and you can go do other activities, play tennis, talk to your wife, go on a date, watch TV. And be getting all of this information at the same time. And within 2 weeks, subconsciously, within 2 weeks, he could speak fluent Hungarian. In other words, this thing right here makes you smart. It's an accelerated learning device. And I'm going to be showing the audience, I'm going to start using this myself as a human guinea pig. And I'm going to start using this on myself with the goal, or with the idea, with the same logo right there. Oh, you got your own there. It's just on the sigil of your hat, basically.
Yeah.
That has to have something to do with it, the symbol.
It's got to be pulling some good energy, dude. I was wondering earlier today, actually, I was out in the woods. There's a place here in Missouri. It was beautiful. We were up on some rock spires called Pinnacles. It's near Columbia, Missouri. And it was really beautiful, man. And
are they natural, like stalactites, or what are they?
I don't think you'd call them that. They're like old. Well, I don't know. Have you seen these theories that we're just on the bodies of dead giants.
Yeah, I know all about that. Yeah, are that were they the legs of giants or something or?
They look like maybe like knee down.
Yeah, like
So
like the rest of them, they were like big statues, and then they just broke off. So all we have is just like their feet is left and stuff like that.
yeah, statues, but petrified giants, like legit giants. I forget how many. What was the measurement that's given in the Book of Enoch? He's like 3,000 L's, right?
Yeah, I mean
That's
huge. I mean like up into the sky. I mean like they would
yeah,
barely
we're
even be able
talking
to
like
see.
2 miles, about
Yeah,
2 miles, bro.
yeah. That almost plays into like what a lot of Rudolph, or I don't know if it was, yeah, Rudolf Steiner says about the ancient Atlanteans and stuff like that, in that they were more of an ethereal. You know, they weren't quite as hard as we are. You know, they were a little bit more airy or something. But you know, still physical.
Is that so? Yeah.
I don't know.
Is
I mean, that's just what he said about the Atlanteans. He didn't say too much about the giants, but I think there's a lot of information that he withheld. But you know, Abraham Lincoln talked about the giants.
Did Steiner just channel all that?
He was born with a gift. His entire life, he had
It was
super sensible.
Casey, huh?
Huh?
He was like a Casey.
Casey, yeah. As a matter of fact, the guy that I know, Edward Rowe Smith, that's written several books, kind of translating or saying what Steiner, reiterating what Steiner says, but doing his own research to back it up. He started off getting into Edgar Casey, and so the idea that Edgar Casey really was seeing these ancient Atlantean things, and also talking about past lives, and reincarnation and stuff like that. I think there's definitely something to it.
How much of that has been Saint Germain too, or people that say they're channeling Saint Germain?
I don't know, but I mean that all ties into it somehow because Saint Germain, he was someone who didn't age, right?
Yeah.
And whenever the authorities were coming to get him, he would catch wind of it and he'd disappear in the middle of the night.
Yeah, Count Cogliostro was suspected to be. Hey, did I tell you I've been invited? Well, I've got some Masons here locally pulling for me to join them. And I don't know, man. It seems like maybe a good thing to do because
I would.
They know that I'm a young guy that has fascinations with mostly the esoteric aspects of it, and they'd like somebody interesting to talk to, I think.
Yeah, they're needing a certain percentage. I mean, a very small percentage, maybe only 5% or maybe less, but they're needing guys like you and me because their average. The average Mason is only going to go so far, and you may get into it and maybe not like it that much. Well, you can just stay where you're at. You don't have to progress through. That's kind of what I'm doing in the order that I'm in. I'm just kind of staying where I'm at.
Yeah. Do you go to anything?
I haven't been in a year and a half. I have not been in a year and a half. And as you know, this last spring, a brother and a sister did try to pull a ritual on me up there in Colorado, and it was a coordinated type of deal. And I don't think that the order had anything to do with that. As a matter of fact, I know they didn't have, and I'm not accusing them, and I know they didn't have anything to do with it. It was just a group of people within the order. Much like I think what we sometimes see with these Masons, they kind of got a bad reputation. People saying Masons do this, Masons do that. That's really not true. It's possible that there's some groups of people that are bad apples within the Masons that are doing some bad stuff maybe here and there. But it's not, like an entire organization. Your average Mason is a, God-fearing, just a regular guy who's trying to help them community.
Average guy. Yeah. But it's infiltrated by what, Jesuits, and what do you think? I mean, it's like deeper than that now. It's so entrenched, right? It's just a big mafia.
Well, yeah, and I don't think it's necessarily that is the mafia, like the Masons or anything like that. But it's like a where they can find the talent that they need, because there are people that are willing to have done rituals, and think outside the box maybe just to even get in some of these lower degrees. So that's just kind of the way I see it.
I mentioned to them that I have a dear friend and who's a member of a organization that I think is at the 3rd degree, is an honorary 32nd in Freemasonry.
Oh yeah, what organization is he in?
I'm saying you in
Oh,
the
oh
OT.
yeah. No, it's no, but there is. We know this guy, Manly P. Hall.
Like Duquette. What is Duquette? At his degree OTO, he's a 32nd degree Mason,
I
or
don't
did he
know.
go join?
No, he really is a Mason, I think. But there's a lot of
Okay,
Masons within the OTO, So I don't know. I have heard that Manly P. Hall, who was a 33rd degree Mason, was never even actually in the Masons. It's just he had such a knowledge of the occult that they bestowed the 33rd degree upon him. And so there's also the idea, and I don't know this because don't quote me on this because I don't know this, but the whole idea of a 33rd degree Mason is an honorary degree. And of course, it can also be placed on one of them that's been through all of their degrees and stuff. But in other words, you can go from
I've heard
zero
that
to
as
you
well.
can go straight to 33 if you're
Yeah.
badass enough.
Well, like people like John Wayne and Ronald Reagan did, and Barack Obama.
Are they all 33rd degree Masons?
Yeah, they were made honorary 33rd degree. I don't know of anybody 33rd that wasn't an honorary.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe it's not even necessarily on their own merit, but they have such an important job.
Sure, yeah.
Which
Seems that.
which they would have to have some merit to do this job. I mean, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're an occult guru, but they have basically an understanding, definitely, of at least probably some pretty far advanced hermetic Western hermeticism, in general.
Yeah.
I would assume. I don't know. I'm not
It
in.
blows me I'd like to understand yeah, what brand, in what way, what brand of hermeticism powerful world leaders perceive the world through, like which lens they view through.
I think that they view it through the Anunnaki deal. That whether they believe it or not, everyone seems to be unified in this deal.
Like the
Okay.
Trump Elon Musk crowd. Uh,
Well, according to Josh Reeves, Trump is a free zoner.
okay.
I mean, Scientology without the Scientology, and
Yeah,
same thing
found
with a
the
lot of these conspiracy theorists. Like he says, George Noory, Jim Mars.
yeah.
A lot of them he claims, are free zoners.
Do you know Michael Cavanaugh?
I've heard that name somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about him, but he's a really interesting guy. I think he's CIA. I think he's openly CIA, and he's turning people on to all these ideas too. But and I think he's also a flat earther.
Yeah, that subject right there. I mean, I
It pisses certain people off a lot, man.
it does, and that's why I don't. It can really get you branded crazy quick, and so I don't.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
officially. I believe in the globe theory of the Earth, that we live on a ball.
I won't say I
Officially,
believe that.
listen. I'm saying officially, I believe that.
Yeah,
The hard part about the True Earth movement and the flat earthers and everything, the frustrating part about it is all the facts are on their side. That's what
right.
sucks.
Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of anomalies, basically, because we live on a globe Earth. I'll fight anybody that says that we don't live on a ball. Or
Right.
as that guy,
Well,
that NASA guy would say, what's his name that has a French name? That black guy?
oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He said, we no longer live on a sphere. We live on an oblique spheroid. It's more the shape of a pear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like, okay, well, why have we been shown a picture of a ball for the last 50 years? I mean, what did it change shape or something? I mean, they have so many bullshit explanations. It's just
You realize we've never got a real thing from NASA.
oh no.
Picture of anything
You realize, and I think my great uncle created NASA.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
Yeah.
it's weird. I'm
George Allen.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the NSA and the CIA and the FBI. I mean, it's just weird.
Yeah.
And it's just, of course, a coincidence that I had these like weird ideas in me since I was a little kid that I was, gonna do all this weird shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm gonna enjoy the ride though. That's for sure.
Yeah, dude, you are a rock star.
I might have a few surprises for them, huh? I think they
Yeah.
kind of know that already. But I'm not going to be a martyr. I'll tell you that. I'm nobody's martyr, man. I'm not a hero. I'm not a savior. I'm not a martyr. I'm not going to get up on a cross and die for anybody. Fuck that.
Dude, I want to see this chick. You got video of your new assistant?
Yeah, I'll play some right now. As a matter of fact, what I'll do is, I can tell you the name of it, and you can maybe look at it on your phone. But what we'll do is let's take another quick little 5-minute break, and then you can look at it. Yeah, and we can run some music, and I'll pull it up so I can tell you what it is, what to search on my YouTube channel. Or if you go to my YouTube channel, it won't be one of the most recent 10 videos. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let me see here.
We're gonna do it country.
All right, that sounds good.
Some Waylon Jennings.
Kick ass.
You don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the name of this episode so you can look it up on your phone or whatever. It's called Bases Texas, episode number 2, new spokesmodel / co-host, and I don't know, it has her name on it or whatever, but yeah, Haley Redmond is interviewed by Ayin Thropos.
Okay, to Haley Redmond.
Yeah, or you maybe just put Bases Texas episode number 2 with the hashtag, for number 2.
Yeah, I've been. No, hold on, it's not your channel. Where'd it go? Bases Texas. You spell Texas out?
TEXAS.
Episode 2.
Episode number 2 with the hashtag.
Okay, episode hashtag 2.
And then / new spokesmodel.
Oh, I found her. All right.
Yeah, watch that for a few minutes, and we'll comment on it or whatever. How's that sound? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. You got it, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're missing it. Yeah. Start it over. All right, bro. It's okay. It's 11:53 here. I'll check back with you in 5 minutes, which will be 11:58. How about that?
Okay, sounds good, man. Yeah.
What time is it?
Like Tibetan or something, or what is that?
I'm not sure.
You playing dumb?
It's with some monks.
Makes sense.
He knows what that is.
Did you say Sri Lanka?
Sri Yantra.
Sri Lanka?
Did you say Sri Lanka? Kill me, bro.
Maybe it's from Sri Lanka because there's an island called Sri Lanka, so maybe it's a Sri Lanka from Sri Lanka. Okay, so what the idea is, this, it turns out, this thing comes from so he invented this, and the Defense Department or the Pentagon would not let him have the patent for 30 years. They did not want people to have this. Now you can have it. It's an advanced learning device that will. Is the red light still on? Okay. It's an advanced learning device that will actually make you smarter. So I don't know if it's transhumanism or what. But what the idea is dolphins and stuff are going around the water. Well, they hear through their skin. Well, they've also got these little special things called saccules, which is little sacs in their brain that helps them do this sonar stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they somehow found out that human beings have these too, except they supposedly serve no purpose in us. Porpoise in us. But yeah. So these are the. I'm guessing I haven't done this yet. Oh, there's one of these. These are like the electrodes,
Okay, so you
Put 'em
put those
on
on you?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on me, but I'm not gonna put them on my head. I think they go on my arms or something.
Does it have directions?
Oh yeah, there's a whole.
Video directions?
I don't know that they're video. I think those are sounds to listen to, maybe. Oh yeah, there's a. What does it say?
It says
Where we should put.
you do put them on. Let's see. Daytime sleep. You put them on your neck.
On your neck, huh?
Experience your everyday life with deeply
deeply relaxed mindfulness and laid back self-control, and you put them on your head.
You think I could use some laid back self control?
Maybe.
Maybe. Alright.
Really clear, like taking a nice bubble bath or something.
But it says put it on your head too?
Yeah, so you can put them underneath your nose and underneath your eyes.
Oh, I didn't know where I thought. So there's one of these. So anyway, the deal, supposedly, it transfers the sound. You can't hear it. It goes through your skin and goes straight into your brain. And not only that, it goes straight to your subconscious. So your subconscious, supposedly, you're not aware of, but yet your subconscious controls 90% of your actions. So everything you do is mostly your subconscious, which you don't have control of. I mean, it's kind of weird. But another thing that I heard that it does is that it balances the right and left hemispheres of your brain. Maybe that's the part, problem with humanity or whatever, why they're, blowing up the planet or whatever they're doing, because the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere are not in harmony, So this thing supposedly does that, and I also heard it was good for meditating. But what does it say that it's good for?
It says, let's see. It says you can use animals and plants in experimental uses too.
Animal?
Yeah.
What is that? Animals.
It says experience an organs or orchestra sound whilst one membrane is pressed directly on the left ear canal and the other one onto the right ear canal at the same time. Animals and plants can be included in experimental use. Says observe and note down the effects of the results of your original Flanagan neurophone on the way for better health, how other people perceive you before sleeping, during and after sleeps, as well as regarding dreams. On your five senses, during the day's work, during physical activities, when outdoors, when acquiring or remembering knowledge, when changing behavioral patterns. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Like if you want to quit smoking or quit gambling or something like that.
It says, it also has an attachment aim. Does it have one of those?
It looks like it has two of them, are they?
It says you can use a headband. Okay, so you can wear this during the day, just as you're going through your day, with a headband or a hat or a helmet, like if you're on a motorcycle or something.
Oh, okay. So they do go on your head. They never go on your arms. They always go on your head.
No, they can go on your head, neck, or shoulders.
Your head, neck, or shoulders.
But it has to be asymmetrically placed on skin contact from head to toe.
Now, here's what I think that means. Instead of like having one on the left and one on the right, you have one on the right and one on the back, like at a 90-degree angle. Do you think that's what it means? Or maybe you have one up and one down or something. That's probably.
A minimum skin contact is already sufficient for all the psychological effects. I don't know what that means.
I don't either. So you probably put that shiny thing on your. Is the red light still on? But when I was, yeah.
It says it requires several days of use of neurophone in order to develop an experience of awareness.
That's right. It doesn't just work the first time. You got to wear this for a while. But when you said put it on the ear canals, I mean, what does that mean? Put it on your neck right below your ears, or does it give it
It has a picture of it, like right here. And it has a picture of it on the back of your neck, like down here.
Oh, okay.
Or like somebody has it over their eyes.
Oh.
It's like prevention. I don't know what that means.
Wow, they have it on their nose, too. Wow. Kick ass.
And then it has some other stuff in the back about pyramid power.
Yeah, and then they've got that medallion that does a lot of things. And, I did a lot of, y'all know that I did a video on Dr. Patrick Flanagan. He's the guy that created, pyramid power. But he had a very interesting story because I think in 1962, he went to attended a science fair in Houston, Texas that was for students all the way up until college. Well, he won the science fair, and what he did is he made the device.
I fucked up famously, man, and
to detect every
when I was leaving the house earlier, I hid my weed from myself.
Oh man, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, that fucking sucks. I imagine you'll probably remember. I bet you'll remember before you go to bed, though. You'll remember. Oh shit! I put it over there.
I think just when I came home, I was in a state, and well, I have no idea what I was doing right before I left.
Did you have a couple beers after work?
No, I haven't been drinking lately much. I can. I mean, I can. It's cool, man. If I want to eat or drink at the restaurant, it just comes down to my. I just, they'll just put it on my tab, really.
That's cool.
So I can get it down.
Is it cold up there?
But it gets cold as shit. Yeah, actually, it's early fall, or not early. It's late fall. It's a late start, but it's starting to cool off. Yeah, yeah, we're getting some cooler weather coming.
It never gets cold here.
No, it doesn't, does it?
No, you just wear shorts in the winter.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be a few days sometimes where it's cold, and it'll be real cold, but I mean, it doesn't even justify really buying winter clothes or anything.
Well, that's a bummer. It's fun buying winter clothes
I
if
know.
you got money.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, you still buy them, but it's not like you need like a ski jacket or anything like that, like what you'd probably need
Right.
there, or long johns or anything like that.
Here, dude. I invest in like shamags and stuff. You know them like Israeli face wraps and stuff. Yeah. It's not this cold here right now. I was putting my jacket on thinking maybe I'd find my weed. But I showed the camera some really neat fungus too, man. I have some like I think they're fly agarics, or they look like the Mario caps with the red with the white flakes on them.
Are they psychedelic?
They might be, but I wouldn't know that if it's
Right.
I wouldn't know
but
they're illicit. They're definitely legal.
Oh wow, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, is that? But
But they say
I think they're Amanita muscaria. Is that what they're called?
Oh yeah, So show them to me again. I didn't see them earlier.
Santa Claus mushrooms,
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. Santa Claus, that's where he gets his red and white from.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try these.
Are they
soon.
from another country? Oh, cool. Oh wow, it looks like gold.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it looks like a nugget of gold.
It is.
Wow.
It's better than gold, friend.
Wow, that's kick ass, man. It probably has some, either gourmet or medicinal qualities or something like that.
Absolutely, yeah. It's neat knowing what kind of mushrooms you can eat out of the ground. There's a variety that grow that are just good to eat,
So, did you harvest those mushrooms yourself?
I did not. These were sent from a friend. A friend gifted them to me.
But is he in the same part of the world that you're at?
She is in New England.
Were those wild mushrooms that you just showed there?
I'm pretty sure those came from a habitat. I think somebody deliberately spawned those in order to have that variety.
I'm a little bit of a mycologist myself. Mycologist meaning a mushroom expert or aficionado, and of course there's the seven life stages of the mushroom or the fungus. You got primordia, pinhead, and then several others going all the way up to fruit body. So I just named 3 of the 7 right there. Yeah.
Nice. Hey, so I was watching the video with Haley. Cool. And she's lovely. It seemed like you know what a Sri Yantra is, right? You knew the symbol, didn't you? Because you were.
Yeah, she knew it too,
you were making
didn't she?
jokes. I was laughing at myself. Yeah, she knew too. Yeah, she's like, that's a Sri Yantra.
Now, is it Tibetan? Is that what it is? I mean, that we're most familiar with it. I mean, I know it's a universal symbol, but
likely. For me, it calls the same sort of. I want to say, is that Hindu or Tibetan? I don't know. Tibetan Hindu or something. I don't know.
There's probably versions of it everywhere. I bet even the Vikings probably have a version of it. Maybe, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Metatron's cube sits right on it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's pretty universal,
And
and it's the sort of thing you'd see in a proper meditation. I mean, you can go there. It's a place.
like an ayahuasca ritual or something, you might see something like that.
Yeah, you can take yourself there even without
Sure.
any kind of helpers.
Or maybe even
Like,
some light drumming or some incense or something,
yeah,
or some
I think
chanting.
meditation, good meditation. Yeah,
Meditation.
chanting. There's lots of ways to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's many, many vehicles.
Mm-hmm. For
Yeah,
sure.
man.
Hey man, it's been fucking kick ass talking to you, brother. It's been too long, man.
Likewise, dude. It has been a while, man. I just wanted to get up with you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, those videos, the last couple videos we made, had got a lot of views. You know, had a lot of comments too. You know, people were commenting on it, and you know, Brandon Young
Yeah.
was commenting on it,
Yeah.
and
I'd like to chat with Brandon some more. Yeah.
yeah, me too.
He's got.
They were
Yeah, it's all.
supposed to have us on a show, me and him together, talking to Miles Johnson and Tim Refat. They were talking about that on one of their videos. I was like, man, I couldn't believe it. Actually, they talked about it twice. The first time Miles couldn't remember my name, he was saying that Greek guy, you know, because my name, you know, because Ayin Thropos or whatever. And
Miles did that,
yeah, no, they were talking about me on their video, and then
but Miles knows you.
I know he does, but he was having a brain fart. He couldn't think of my name. He was like, yeah, that Greek guy. And then Duncan Davis, the grid keeper, he said, yeah, Texas bases. And he said, yeah, that's the guy. So
Yeah.
he said the name of it backwards, but fuck it. Yeah, they were talking about me. It was pretty cool.
Duncan would know who I am. I know Duncan. I think Adam subtract him. He knows.
How long have you known him?
Several years, probably.
So was it in?
Oh, not closely, but he would know who I am.
Yeah, well, a lot of people know
Well, I
who
mean,
you
we've
are.
first very briefly.
What was it in connection with the refat material, or was it in connection with something else?
I guess in a way it was connected. It was before I knew who Tim Refat was, but he was telling me some stuff about Katy Perry.
Yeah, well, that clarifies that. In other words, you knew Duncan Davis before you knew who Tim Refat was.
Yes.
Right. And then Tim
Yes.
Refat apparently has had some experiences with James Casbolt, I think.
Refat has himself?
No, Duncan the grid keeper has.
Duncan has, yes. Yeah, they did a ritual up at Balmoral Castle, from what I understand.
Oh, wow. I
Where
heard something about that, I think.
Casbolt thinks he was possessed by the Archangel Michael.
I didn't catch that part, but I know that they think that there was some missing time, and they think that they might have been like abducted during the proceedings or something.
Something wild, like a bolt of lightning or something, happened during a ritual, and like some crazy shit.
Yeah,
I don't
some
know.
Delta Force people showed up, you know, and they were having to answer questions.
About it. Yeah, I'd like to ask him about it.
Yeah, I would too. I saw it on some show just recently. I can't remember what it was. Hey, you know, you've heard of Colin Bloy, right?
No.
Colin Bloy is the guy who Refat got most of this information from. And Refat was like Sir Edward Kelly to Colin Bloy's John Dee.
I see.
Yes, John Dee needed somebody who was psychic to help him, and that was Sir Edward Kelly, who, you know, was really just a petty criminal who later got knighted or whatever. But that's the same thing with Refat.
Did you know that?
What?
Kelly had no ears.
Yeah, because there are certain crimes that they would cut your ears off for back then.
Yeah.
Let everybody know that you're a criminal.
Yes.
But you know, but Refat was like he was a natural psychic, and that's why. And then he fell in with Colin Bloy, who's MI5 and MI6. But I watched a video today, a YouTube video for the very first time with Colin Bloy on it. Very fascinating.
Wow. Okay.
Very fucking fascinating.
He still is talking currently? I mean,
No, he's dead. He's been dead for probably at least 10 years, maybe 15 years. I don't know. This video looks like it's maybe from the 80s. And what he's doing is he's translating for some guy. I don't know if he's South American or whatever, but the guy's name is Sixto, Sixto. But he's the guy who speaks Spanish. But I think it's the guy that showed Shirley MacLaine the UFOs or whatever. Because they did bring up Shirley MacLaine. But this guy, Sixto, and Colin Bloy translate it, he talks about all, basically what the game is here on Earth, the aliens, he had all these extensive, abductions, and he talks about what the Earth is, what the aliens are, what's going on, or at least his idea or what he was told or experienced about it. It's fascinating.
I'll have to check that out. And my computer is dying. Or
all right, man, I'm going to let you go, man.
All right, yeah, have a wonderful night, dude. It's good catching up with you.
Right,
sorry I wasn't a better conversationalist.
I think we had a pretty damn good episode, man. We're going to find out. I'll know here pretty quick, and I'll send you the link.
Yeah, there will be good shit in there.
All right,
yeah.
Much
love, many blessings.
Later.
Peace.